I totally got the impression that these people were ravenous or violent, like they might eat your face off. Apparently you can't just be crawling down random hallways. The third episode of Severance is out now, and I think this was a fantastic episode with some really great moments and of course new opportunities for theories. Let's talk episode 3 of Severance. Mark is more convinced than ever that perhaps Gemma may be alive. He wants to get a message through to his innie, but it's already been explained that it's forbidden to pass messages in and out of Lumen. His idea of trying to burn an image into his retina and hope that it makes it down to the outie floor, well, I thought that was a really clever idea, and I really thought that was a really cool way for the beginning of this episode. I was like, what's he doing? Why is he timing things? It is just really cool to see Outie Mark finally taking a more proactive step. I'm ready to get to the bottom of some of these mysteries, so I like that it seems like we're heading there. And of course, the situation with Gemma, I would say, is this show's biggest mystery, so let's get that solved. But let's not pass over the goat people and this random green pasture that is inside of a building. What I thought was most fascinating about this particular scene is that these people, they didn't even feel like they were from the same company. They didn't feel like Lumen employees at all. They're not dressed well, they're not wearing suits and looking like they're going to a fancy office. They looked like nomads or just hill people. What's the dress code in this place anyways? I'm guessing it varies from department to department. If the woman they are first greeted by looks familiar to you, then you and I have similar tastes, because that was frickin' Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. I haven't seen her with that kind of a hairstyle before. Normally she's a blonde, so when she first popped up on screen, I did not know who she was, but then I was looking a little bit closer and I'm like, holy shit! That's Brienne! That's fucking Brienne! But yeah, I really wasn't expecting these people to be so savage. What are their outies like? Do they dress up in that crazy getup before they get to work? It'd feel pretty odd putting on that kind of outfit and then walking into some clean-cut building. But that's just me, you know, I guess for some people, it's no big deal. I don't know how you guys felt, but I actually thought Mark and Helly could be in danger here, because those people, they popped up out of nowhere. Some of them were holding like pitchforks, various tools. They just looked like they were prepared to attack, and I know that Mark is technically the star of the show, and the odds are not likely that they would put him in true danger, but still, you just never know. Their demeanor reminded me of Dylan's story in season 1 about the battle between O&D and the other departments. Do you guys remember how he is super against O&D? He acts like they're just violent people, and there's even a painting that is supposed to portray this so-called battle that took place between two of these departments. Well, that kind of is how I felt was going on when we approached these hill people, because they had some kind of craziness to them, and I'm like, so maybe Dylan's story is more based on these people? I don't know. It's just, it reminded me of that for sure. Speaking of Dylan, let's jump over to Dylan, because he is kind of taking a back seat in solving the mysteries. He is now focused exclusively on these numbers, and of course we know that he wants to get these numbers crushed, because if he does really well, then he gets to have a visit with his Audie's family, and he does end up getting that visit in this episode, and man, oh man, was I extremely excited to see Merritt Weaver playing his wife. This woman is a fantastic actress. I've been a fan of her since Nurse Jackie. I hope that because they brought someone like her into this series, that she's not just going to be a one and done cameo. This is a fantastic actress, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. But yeah, how strange would it be to go and visit your husband at work, and he literally has no idea who the fuck you are? And I have another question. Would it be cheating if she were to kiss the innie Dylan? Because it's not the same person, but it is the same person. Put your thoughts on that in the comments. In my previous video, I said that I was sure that Cobell actually took that promotion. Well, this episode shit all over that theory. Thanks, Severance. But I still stand by saying that she will end up getting promoted. That is for sure, because that opening credit scene of her looking down on everybody, that is not just a coincidence, that's a message. In fact, I really am enjoying this mystery behind Miss Cobell, and I've started coming up with some wild theories, like maybe is she possibly an Egan? Is she Helly's mom? Don't shoot me, I am just coming up with ideas. I don't know if they're true, but There's just a lot going on, and she is way too invested in this company's success to just be an employee. You know, why is she so obsessed with Mark? Why does she care so much about this project that he's working on? But as of this episode, she is not back at Lumen. In fact, she has a meeting with Helly, which was actually quite hilarious. I loved it because she's like, if you want me back, you're gonna have to bend to my demands. And Helly's like, we can take you or leave you. We don't really need you. We're kind of just extending an olive branch because you did something that was helpful for us. Burn, bitch. That crazy bitch got burned. Don't you just love to see it? And was that big guy, that security guy that was with her, what was gonna happen when Cobell got into the car? Was she gonna get like taken into a back alley and stabbed in the neck? She seemed to think so because she took off running like a bat out of hell. Meanwhile, we finally have a name for that black hallway that Irving has been painting. The exports hallway. We know that O&D used to send stuff down there, but they no longer do. I'm guessing that it's no longer used for exports since they're calling that the testing floor. But what were they exporting in the first place, and why does Irving know about this hallway? What if Irving used to work in O&D? I think that would make sense. It would explain why he knows about that hallway. And yeah, I think we're gonna find out soon. It sounds like Irving is gonna be looking for that hallway, and he probably is gonna find it in one of these soon episodes. And is that gonna put Irving in danger? Is he gonna get killed off because he sees something that he's not supposed to? I'm just putting out bad juju into the air, don't mind me. And let's talk that ending. Mark is finally getting reintegrated with his innie, which I'm nervous to see because it didn't really work out so well for PD when he did it in season 1. But this is Mark we're talking about. He's the main star of the show. Likely they wouldn't have him get reintegrated and die, but you know, we are living in a post Game of Thrones world. It would be kind of baller if they did kill Mark off. I think everybody's jaw would just drop. It would be quite unexpected, but I don't expect that to happen. But how is this gonna go for him? I hope it works a lot better. That woman seemed like she was quite confident that I got the practice in that I need. You're no longer in danger of totally just having a mental breakdown and then dying. So now Mark's essentially gonna be a double agent when he goes to Lumen. And I'm expecting this next episode to just be so crazy. I think it's gonna be all over the place. He is gonna be seeing 2 different realities. It's gonna be a tough time for him for sure. So that's some of my thoughts, my theories, my recap. I know that I am probably wrong on a lot of different things. My previous video just proved that I am shooting blanks. Oh, that's actually a weird way to word it. So yeah, we didn't really get as many answers as I thought we were gonna get in this episode, but I can tell that it's coming. Things are moving along very fast. I'm super excited for next week's episode. This show, I swear, is one of the best shows on TV. It is just consistently entertaining. And I was thinking about how awesome it is to have a show that we're all looking forward to that we can discuss on a weekly basis. The weekly episode drop, that annoys some people, but it really gives an opportunity for an entire week of conversations. And that is something that is really special. And when's the last time there was a show that had people talking so much? This show has so much mystery going on, and that is what is so fun about it. It engages you. Sure, you would love to just get all the answers right away, but then there'd be nothing to talk about. There'd be nothing to look forward to. So that's why I think this show is brilliant. So what do you guys think is going on? Put your thoughts in the comments and let me know. I am sure I am wrong on most of my theories, but it sure is fun to speculate. Did you guys like this latest episode? Did it answer enough of your questions? Are you getting more and more intrigued? Put all that stuff right in the comments. Did you like this video? If you did, hit the like button. That would be just a totally rad and awesome thing to do. And if you want to hear more things from me, subscribe to this channel. Later.